Machine learning as a research area is not so new, and even as an application area in other industries it's not so new, but in finance it's definitely newer. I was doing research in machine learning as an academic, even when I was a graduate student, which was quite a few years ago. And then Amazon has been using machine learning for recommendations, for example, for close to 20 years. And in finance, people have been thinking about machine learning, but I think the big firms and the big asset managers have really recognized its importance, and the technology has become advanced enough and widespread enough only in recent years. All the major firms are very aware of the opportunities, and some of them are placing bigger bets than others. But that can be rational. Sometimes it's rational to be a fast follower rather than a true innovator. I think definitely every firm needs to have a machine learning strategy and make sure that it's not missing big opportunities. One of the ways in which it's going to develop is to give investors even better understanding of what their current positions are. So if you're a large firm, like I said, you're a party to thousands, possibly even hundreds of thousands of contracts, and it's not realistic to really know in real time the content of all those contracts and the clauses, and which clauses might be activated in the near future based on whatever outside events are. And with automated natural language processing and automated event detection in flow of news, then I think firms are going to have an ever better, closer to real-time understanding of what their full portfolio of positions is. And that's going to be good for risk management, and so actually then that's going to be good for society in the sense of reducing surprises, reducing possibility of crises. Some of the biggest opportunities for creativity is figuring out how to use machine learning or other AI technologies in areas of the business where at first sight it might not be applicable, because that might be where the opportunity is to do something that other firms are not doing. But yes, some areas of the business are very high touch compared to other areas of the business. So the in investment banking at the strategic level, there may not be so much opportunity to use machine learning to deepen the relationship between investment bankers and CEOs. But there's certainly opportunity to use machine learning, for example, say to understand better the entire universe of M&A opportunities. There's a saying that data is the natural resource of the 21st century, and that's true. Data is really valuable. One point of view that I think is quite insightful is that data by itself is a cost, not a benefit. Even if it's cheap to store data, it's still not free. And one of the reasons the machine learning is so important is that it's a way to gain benefit from data, to utilize data. But yes, the industries that have more data are going to be able to gain more benefit from machine learning. And finance is actually in an interesting situation, because a lot of the data in finance may not be relevant because the world has evolved. If we have data about, say, lung cancer from 20 years ago, then lung cancer as a disease hasn't changed much in 20 years, but the financial markets have completely evolved, and financial data from 20 years ago may just not be useful or relevant nowadays.